What's going on, my peoples? We're here. And in this video right now, I had to make this video, right? Because I see a lot of people nowadays, they're interested, um, they want to become an owner operator, right? So I was an owner operator before, and in this video, I kind of want to I want to help people, man. You know, I'm gonna set up a team where you guys can reach out to us, and we just gonna give you guys advice. Um, we've been there, done that. You know, um, I'm gonna reach out to a couple people that want to be part of the team. A couple people that's currently owner operators that used to own fleets. Because one of the problems I see now these days is everybody wants to go to that popular company. You get what I'm saying? And to be an owner operator, to be a successful owner operator, you gotta have a little patience, right? I know when we get into the trucking game, we want to make money. That's the bottom line of trucking. We want to make money now. You know what I mean? But try to master everything along the way, right? When you're in driving school, try to master the craft of learning how to drive. Learn how to truck. You get what I'm saying? Learn how to drive, like drive. Could to be a successful owner operator, you gotta know how to drive. To be a successful fleet owner, you need to know how to drive. How you gonna know when your drivers are ripping you off, stealing your fuel? You know what I mean? You have to know these things. You get what I'm saying? So many people, they come in the game and they can't name a part that's inside that engine, but yet still they want to rush to become an owner operator. You know what I mean? Like, just take your time, master the art of driving. And after you master the art of driving, you have to learn your truck along the way. You have to learn the components of your truck. You got to know how to troubleshoot simple things that you don't have to take to the shop. You know what I mean? You have to learn how to use those things that are called tools. You need tools, people. You got to have some tools. You got to know how to use it. You know what I mean? And I know this might sound petty, but I'm being serious. All these little things is going to save you money. And you need it right now that you're a company driver. You need to start getting in your head, start trying to figure out what type of truck you're going to buy, what type of engine you're going to buy, because you're going to need a mechanic. You know what I mean? You don't think that every time something wrong with your truck, you're going to take it to the dealer. You know what I mean? You're not going to make no money. So you got to have those things down in pat. Now, today, in this video, I'm not really going to talk about you need to get business credit, you need to get LLC and all of that. All that crap is irrelevant. I hear people talk about that as if like it's some big thing. Like, that's irrelevant. I can pull up my computer right now and I can do a LLC in less than 2 minutes. Like, that's irrelevant. You know what I mean? Master the art of trucking, right? Now, one of the hardest things that you got to decide, right? While you're a company driver, you got to decide if you're going to go for your own authority or you're going to decide if you're going to lease on to a company, right? Now, if you want to do lease purchase, my team is not going to be my team is not going to advise nobody to do that. So I don't have nothing against that, but we're trying to set you up where you can be successful. You feel me? So when you buy your truck, and in this video, I'm not going to get into you should buy this truck or you should buy that truck and you should buy a truck over there and you just buy a truck over here. I'm not going to get into that. You know what I mean? Because while you're a company driver, you need to be saving money. If you can't save as a company driver, why you think you're going to save as an owner operator? Learn how to First of all, let me back up. Learn how to be a company driver first and foremost. If you're that driver that turns down loads left and right, why you think it's gonna work out for you as an owner operator? You know what I mean? So master the art of being a company driver. You get what I'm saying? Now, one of the most important things, some of the most important things of becoming an owner operator is you have to know what you want to do. You know what I mean? Just because you're listening to Joe Blow Trucking on YouTube and he have his own authority, that doesn't necessarily mean that you having your own authority is gonna make the most money for you. The bottom line is the bottom line, and the bottom line is making money. Get what I'm saying? And I know a lot of guys that's leased onto companies that make more money than guys that are not leased onto companies. You get what I'm saying? You have to know how expensive insurance is in your state if you get your own authority. You have to know these things, right? And like for instance, Florida, right? Now, if I choose to become an owner operator, again, you better believe I'm gonna buy me a little townhouse or something in the Carolinas, because that's where I'm gonna run my business out of. Because I do not enjoy paying $20,000 a year, or a little bit less, or a little bit more for insurance. Just to say that I got my own authority. The bottom line is the bottom line. The bottom line is making money. Get what I'm saying? So these things you gotta know. You know what I mean? You gotta know whether it's better to lease on to a company or not. Now, one of the hardest things that you're gonna go through is actually picking a company to lease onto. You know what I mean? People gonna tell you this, people gonna tell you that. Your most popular YouTuber, they gonna be doing this, right? But take it from me. Start listening to people that's consistent. You know what I mean? That's consistent. You know what I mean? Start listening to those people that's actually been with a company for more than a year, more than 2 years, more than 3 years. They're doing something right. Something is going on right. Get what I'm saying? Now, if you got to see guys, they're bouncing all over the place like a bouncing ball, you put your trust into them all you want to. But let me ask you this question. Just because you see somebody with a company on YouTube or something like that, or let's just say you even see your neighbor with a company, why do you think that company is going to work for you? You have to start doing your own research. You got to figure out what works for you and figure out what don't. You have to ask yourself this: are you the type of person that want to be home every week, or do you want to be home every 2 weeks? Because some company that you lease onto, they're going to pretend like it's their truck even though it's not, and they're going to want to keep you out there. You got to know that you're the boss. You have to know that when it's your truck, you can't let them run you like a company driver. You have to know these things. And you have to know, if you decide to go with a company where you pick your own load, you got to know how to talk to these brokers. You have to know how to negotiate. You gotta learn how to not to let these brokers use you as if that you work for them. You know what I'm saying? You have to know these things. You know what I mean? You have to know how to, like, it's Friday and you're getting nervous because you want a load to get home. Sometimes you gotta learn how to be patient. You have to know, like, when you're in a dead zone, you have to know that sometimes you gotta drive 200-300 miles just to pick up a load that makes sense. You have to know, if you're an owner operator and you live in Florida, it makes sense to deadhead out of Florida and drive to Atlanta just to pick up a load, because at the end of the day, that's more profitable. You have to know these things. You have to know that if you live in Florida, you're going to deadhead to South Carolina to get your week started. You're not going to pick up no load coming out of Florida for 80 cents a mile or $1 a mile. It just doesn't make no sense. You know what I mean? You got to make sense as an owner operator. You know what I mean? I see too much people out here nowadays. They're like, just slow down. That's all people got to do. Just slow down. Take it slow. It's the only way to go. You know what I mean? Just slow down. Research these companies. You know what I mean? When I was an owner operator, be honest with you, I made mistakes with some of the companies that I chose, but I didn't go on and glorify these companies as if they was good, right? But guess what? I learned from my mistake, right? So other companies that I leased on with, I made sure that they was better. You know what I mean? The company that I was leased on with, I don't even hear nobody talking about them. And to be honest with you, their deductions are low. And I'm not going to say their name on this video because I'm not here company promoting or nothing like that. I just want you guys to do your due diligence and research these companies really good. Now, I want you guys to also ask yourself this question. If you're a company driver right now and you're making $1,600 to $2,000 a week, you're doing really good. Like, you gotta ask yourself this question: why? I'm not telling you not to. I just want to ask you, why do you want to be an owner operator? Ask yourself that. And if you check off, and if it's too much negative on your list, then you know you're not ready. But if it's a lot of positive, then you know you're ready. Right? These things you gotta know. And you need to know that if you become an owner operator and you do not own a house, you have to know that you're not going to write off everything like some of these idiots I hear on YouTube telling people to write off everything. You have to know that you got to pay your taxes because you won't be able to buy nothing. If you see a house for $500,000 and you come showing up talking about you made $25,000 this year, what bank you think is going to give you a loan? Bank of No America. You ain't getting no loan. None. Wells Fargo, your ass out of here. You ain't getting no loan. None. You got to know these things, man. There's some good owner-operator companies out there that you can lease onto. Start looking in Craigslist. Start looking in your neighborhood. Start looking in your city. Start looking in your state. Start looking in your town. It's right there around you. But everybody, like I see people that live in Florida. They want to lease on to a company that's in California. To me, that don't make no sense. You got to start making sense while you're out here in this world, in this trucking world. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying to everybody that want to become an owner operator, just slow down. Just take out a book, a paper. Just take out a notebook and start jotting down things. Just start jotting down things. Get what I'm saying? Because you can definitely make it, but you can definitely fail by just trying to follow people, just trying to do what the majority is doing. You get what I'm saying? So, in this video, I just kind of had to put my own 2 cents in. If anybody's interested in any company that I recommend, and the company that I recommend, it might not even work for you. You got to do your research. Do your research. Do your research. And talk to successful guys that's working at that particular company. Stop talking to people that's like, yo, you can definitely make this work. It's up to you. Do your research. Take your time. And just truck it right. It's not that hard. It's not that hard, peoples. Yo, y'all be easy. I want to see some comments in this video. It's first time watching the channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, whatever. Do all that there. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.